Hey guys, I just wanted to actually hop back on really quickly for part two. I realized in the previous video I didn't really go too deeply into my personal example, but my job now, I'm a teacher for teenagers that struggle with emotional issues, behavioral issues. Some of them have autism, but almost all of them have issues with anxiety, depression, anger, and just intense emotions. And they've been wounded incredibly deeply. And without my experiences of dealing with pain and deep depression and anxiety, there is no way I would be able to meet these kids, on a soul level almost. And I'm able to be so present with these kids because I understand what those feelings can feel like. Now, have I had the same experiences as these kids? Absolutely not. Most of them have been through things that makes me want to cry and scream at the same time because it's so horrible. But because I understand the emotions, because I've been broken open myself, I'm able to meet them on a deeper level. And I don't see these kids as labels. It's so easy in our culture to be like, oh, well, this kid's got bipolar, this kid's got anxiety disorder, he's got autism. It's so easy to label people and turn people into labels and just think that you somehow know what that person's like. Yes, bipolar has specific characteristics, but does that mean every person with bipolar is going to be the same? How could you somehow, how could you minimize the complexity of a person down to a label? I mean, it's absurd. And that's one of the things I'm really passionate about is, yes, labels are important in the field of mental health, but meeting each person on an individual moment by moment basis, because we are so much more than our labels. And being able to be present with these kids has been an incredibly powerful experience for me and for them. I've learned a ton, and I know they've learned a ton. And I think that's what true love and compassion is all about, is seeing the light in someone else and meeting them, from my heart to their heart. And I think that's only possible if you've done your own inner work and processed your own BS, so to speak. Because if you're leaving your heart shielded and if you're keeping your walls up around your own heart, then how are you going to be able to meet someone else on that level? So I'm so grateful for the fact that, I went through so much and so many struggles, and I got, my heart was broken, and it just made me reassess everything, because now I'm more real. I'm able to relate to someone from a person to person level, a soul to soul level. And it's been the most rewarding experience of my life these past couple of years, to really keep cracking open and keep being real and keep being vulnerable. And it's given me so much purpose to just keep being a role model of what it means to be a leader, by being vulnerable, honest, brave, and compassionate. And those are the values I want to live by, and I never would have discovered them without my suffering that I went through, in my mid-20s and starting before that. So that's my little story about how it's been so important. And my suffering has led me down so many different paths that I'm incredibly grateful for, like meditation as well. And there's many other things I'm not thinking of right now, but just please find the courage to stay with your suffering and find out what it's telling you, because it's going to completely transform your life. I promise you that. And I want everyone watching this to know I truly, do have compassion and love for you because I know what it's like to be struggling, and I know we're all struggling with something. And I would love to create a dialogue with you. So please, if you're going through anything, send me a message, and I would love to talk. And if you don't want to, that's great, but just know that you are cared for and loved, and you will make it through whatever you're going through. Peace.